Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing
Basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins, and Bill Flitter.
All right, welcome, Coach. How we doing? How we doing this week?
You know, anytime I get to talk basketball is a good day.
It is a good day.
So
I'm excited about the topics that we're going to do for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too, because I think what's important there is, again, this goes back to what we said originally, what our vision is here is just tell me what to do. You're a youth coach, right? You and I had to figure this out on our own. We might have talked to different coaches here and there, but I just not at the level that we've talked about. You can read something, right? And then maybe you pick it up, but you and I lived it and experienced it, right? So to hear from that level, I think is gonna change the way our listeners coach.
Right, and the thing is, we're gonna like we were talking about in episode 1. We're starting a Facebook group, so you should join that, so you can ask questions. There's all sorts of different ways of kind of connecting. But all right, so what's today's topic?
Today's topic is important skills to teach K through second grade, kids in kindergarten through second grade, the skills that they need to learn. And as you hinted at, we're going to break this down into different groups over the next couple of weeks. So 3rd through 5th will be an upcoming episode, and then 6th through 8.
Okay, so K through 2. So you and I are older, and our kids are grown up. So a kindergartner's 6. Is that right?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah,
6
5 to
to
6.
So we're talking 6 to 8 year olds, right? 6, 7, 8, roughly. Yeah. So, a couple things I think. So before we even talk about skills at this age level, I think, and I don't know what your thought is on this, I think they should actually be using a junior ball rather than a girls' ball.
Absolutely. The 27.5.
Yes.
Yep.
So why don't you explain what I'm talking about with a junior ball, Coach?
Yeah. So there's basically three different size balls. There's a 27.5-inch ball, and it says it right on it. So if you're buying basketballs for your team or your kid, it literally says it's a smaller ball. It's 27.5, and it's literally written on the ball. And then there's the 28.5 that is the girls' ball that they use in the games. And then the boys' ball is 29.5. And
right.
If it doesn't say it on the ball, that's the boys' ball. So
it really is,
ball,
isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen the smaller ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So 27.5. I would definitely say K through 3, the 3rd grade, you should probably be using that ball, and depending on the skill level of the kid, and then move up to the 28.5, and then the regular size ball as they get a little bit older.
The math teacher's going to tell you it's the diameter. It's the length across the ball.
Yes,
so it's not the radius. The radius is from the middle of the ball out. There's your geometry lesson.
There we go.
You never thought you'd use geometry in your life. I just helped you use it. Okay, so let's talk about skills that are important at this age level. So the proper equipment is right. I think that jumping in, we can talk about. We can do a whole podcast on equipment and what you need for youth practice. But I think ball handling is probably in my opinion, probably the biggest skill that you can do at that age and work on at that age. Working on both their strong hand or their dominant hand. I like calling it dominant hand. They're not dominant hand. Because if you go strong, weak, I don't like the terminology.
Right.
If this is a weak hand, it shouldn't be a weak hand. It's just not as, here's your dominant and not dominant. This one's not as dominant. But let's make it as dominant. I think that's my personal opinion at that age. If you can dribble, your Steph Curry kind of thing, like you're going to look really good if you can dribble at that age. I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it depends. It doesn't matter boy or girl. It
doesn't matter boy or girl. No, absolutely not. Talk about equipment. Just find a league. And I'm hoping, right? There's some things that you're going to hear us say in this podcast too. Like, man, if it was 100% up to us, what we would change in this game. And one of them is for that, lower hoops for that age.
100%. And you can buy things that connect. Now, again, this might not be what your league does. You can buy things that actually connect the regulation hoops that lower it.
That's right.
But that's going into shooting. I personally think at this age, they should be playing 3-on-3. I think they should be playing 3-on-3 until middle school. Again, you and I don't run the utopian world, so we realize that might not be possible in your community.
It is in mine. You know why? Because I started a 3-on-3 league, and it's the best thing for these kids. You know how much pushback we got? A lot. I'm like, they need to learn how to. No, they don't need to learn 5-on-5. They barely figure out 3-on-3. And then what are the benefits of 3-on-3? Everybody touches the ball. Everybody's involved, right? You can bury on 5-on-5. If a kid isn't good, one kid can dominate a 5-on-5 at that age.
Well, I tell people I could play for the Bucks, and they go, "What do you mean?" I go, "They got Giannis. They could stick me in the corner.
That's right.
They could play 4-on-5 and still win a lot of games. Like you can hide when it's 5-on-5. When it's 3-on-3, you can't hide, and
you just learn a lot.
And you touch the ball, and you're dribbling more, and you're doing that. Like I said this in a podcast with my high school hoops podcast with Jake. It's like even the best point guards in a high school game touch the ball like a minute and a half. Like the ball's in their hands like a minute and a half the entire time. Like. But if you play 3-on-3, it can be more. Anyway, we're getting on a side topic.
But this is not a basketball skill. Have fun. Just make it fun at that age. Definitely at that age. They're not going to learn any. It's like herding cats. You know what they want to? You know what the kids want to do? Put the little ball in the big round circular thing up there that's taller than they are. Right. That's all they want to do. So that's okay. They're not going to learn how to do spacing and screens at that age, and you shouldn't be teaching that.
Well, I mean, here's the issue too. This is the problem with this is they probably if you're dealing with kindergartners first, they might not even be able to get it up there. That's why you need those lower rims because it'd be like if you do it. Okay, again, math teacher geeking out. If you think about a right triangle, it'd be like me shooting on a 20-foot hoop.
Yeah.
Like, you think about how high that is in relation to how tall they are. You go put your hoop up to 15, 20 feet and try to throw it up there. What are you going to do? I'm a grown man and I'm going to have to use two hands and I'm just going to shove it up there. And I probably might not even make it.
Halliday presents in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength, Halliday! Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday! Halliday, bring it on!
That's what that looks like for a 6-year-old. So you can't shoot on a 10-foot hoop when you're that little. That's why the dribbling and the fun things, we'll get into specific things, but like dribble tag and Pac-Man and all sorts of fun things you can do are things that would be enjoyable at that age, I think.
Yeah, and we make fun games. For example, we'll do we call them rainbows and unicorns, which are pivots. So ball on your hip, right, over the top of your head to the other hip. That's a rainbow, right? Rainbow, right? And then the opposite of that is a unicorn, which is a U from hip, ankle, back up to hip. And we stand in a line and do things like that. And we just teach them rainbows and unicorns, right? They don't need to know. They're not going to remember what a pivot is, but they'll remember what a rainbow and a unicorn
is,
right?
I know.
Right.
I know.
So just break the game down into simple things like that, and keep a ball in their hand, like you said. Here's the big thing: relax, chill, right? Chill. Especially if you're coaching your own child at that age, they'll be fine. They're going to make it into the NBA. Don't worry about it. If they're not the best one on the team, right? They'll still make it in the NBA at some point. You got a lot of time.
I think yes. And to be honest with you, especially at it shouldn't be more than an hour.
No more than an hour. Yeah, that's a really good point. If you're going more than an hour, man, God bless you. All right.
You better drive to the nearest bar after you're done. And I don't drink. Like, holy cow. Because it's like I think herding cats go ask a kindergarten teacher what it's like. Oh. and they have them the entire day.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know. I mean, because they're keeping them busy. They're keeping them moving. So
the other thing we do is, I was going to say, the other thing that we do is we show them the lines on the court, and we just have them run to those lines. So go to the free throw line, right? Everybody, some of them are like, I don't know where that is. That's okay, right? One person does, right? So one will run, and then they'll all follow. And then we go to the 3-point line, and they'll all run to the 3-point line. Go to the sideline, baseline, right? Half court, circle, like the block, right? The elbow, right? So we start, and then we do that minute, 2 minutes, right? And they're just running. But what does that also do? They're happy because they're running. They're, it gets, and it's not just like they're doing sprints, right? So I make sure that they're running across court, go to sideline, go to the other sideline, go to the baseline, go to the half court, right? So they're just like literally just going.
Right. Jump up and down.
That's right. Go touch the rim. Who can touch the rim, right?
Who can? It's like, okay, you like no dunking. But what's dunking? And it's like, well, this is, it's like, oh yeah, you can have so much fun I think you stated this earlier. If you go in with the right mindset and relax,
just relax.
First of all, they're going to grow up so fast anyway. You and I would kill to have our kids back at that age. Oh my God. I was just tired. I just remember being tired. But it's such a fun age because they're sponges. They're sponges. They're going to take everything you say and it's going to seep in. So enjoy it. Like, have fun with it. Make it fun is what I'm telling you. Yeah.
Elliot, you blink of an eye, they're in college, as you and I have experienced. Oh, there they are. Oh, what? What happened?
What happened?
I was just on my little hoop in the backyard with him dunking, right?
Right. Should I be looking at retirement communities? Is what I'm thinking.
That's why I still coach youth. You know why? Because it keeps me young. It really, truly does. And I always say, to the girls I coach now, I coach varsity girls, high school girls. And I always say to them, I don't know, age comes up and they're like, I'm only 15. Like, I'm the same age as you. Like, I think that in my head, right?
Oh, trust me, there's an energy force. There's an energy force. You go watch the movie Cocoon, man. These kids are like the cocoons that were in that pool, man. It's like there's an energy force in a school and with little ones. Yeah. There's a reason all those kindergarten teachers live to be 110 because they get all that energy from. It's true. It's true. All right. Anything else, Coach?
Well, let's recap on that. So so the one, ball handling, right?
Yep.
Just keep a ball in their hand.
Yes.
all the times. Whatever come with your practice plan. Look up different games. We'll again in the Facebook community that we'll have different games and things that they can do there. There's lots of, just Google it, right? Lots of different games that they can play that keeps a ball in their hand. That's the number one thing. Don't worry about technique. Don't worry about anything else. Just keep a ball in their hand. Number two is relax. Just relax. Have fun. They grow up so quick, and likely if you're coaching at that level, your son or daughter is on that team. Enjoy that process. Take a deep breath, sit back and just watch.
Take some pictures.
Some pictures. There's plenty of time to get all, I guess, worried about, are they going to make the high school team? Don't worry about that in second grade, right?
Right.
And yes, we're talking to that parent. You know who you are.
Yes.
Right. Did we say have fun? No, and just have fun.
Have fun.
Fun.
Right,
we're going to
that's probably the most important thing of all of it. Like every one of those kids should leave every day with a smile on their face.
Yeah.
Because you want them to play when they're in third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. If you want that and you want that experience for them and that team bonding and that all that, if they're not having fun, eventually they're just going to say stop. And that's what happened. I from someone that's older, like that happened with me with baseball. I just stopped having fun. It just wasn't any fun for me. Part of it is I couldn't hit a curveball. Part of it was it just wasn't like, that's not what, it wasn't fun. There wasn't enough action for me.
Mm-hmm.
My personality, I'm like, I need to be going all time. And that sport didn't fit me. So, and I figured that out, but it's like, at that young age, make it fun, make it so much fun. And that's hard for a non-teacher, for a non-coach. I realize that. And that's where we're hopefully going to help you make it fun, make it more fun, make it, do this. And then, to be honest with you, if they are really good at all those things, then we can move you on to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't do your multiplication tables until you probably can add.
Yeah.
So we're going to help you with that progression. And if you feel like you jump that progression, great. Then we can go to the next one. But the initial one should be a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment. I agree. Anything else, Coach?
No, that's it for today.
All right. Till next week.
All right. Till next week. See you.
Bye.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.